Here we are in Novi Pazar, in the southwestern part of Serbia. In this video we are searching for Mantije and some other specialties from this region. So, let's go! This is a place called Sve pod Cac, where you can try various pies, Mantije and some other specialties of this region. Let's see what flavors are hidden behind this door. Right at the start we have Mantije topped with yogurt. They look very nice. Square shaped. They smell good. Here is how it looks inside. It's filled with meat, which is literally meat, onions, delicious. It's truly delicious. Mantije are perfect. Here we also have some, I think this is homemade sour milk. To be honest, I'm not a fan of sour milk, but this sour milk is really nice. It has a completely different taste compared to the commercial kind. It's very nice, but Mantije. The combination of flavors, yogurt, sour milk, this meat with onions and dough, it's very soft and tasty. It's just melting in your mouth. I don't know why I didn't come here on the first day. We also got pies with patience dog, zucchini and cheese. Let's start with the patience dog pie. It also smells nice. It's full of dog, so that's nice. Now this one is with zucchini. Also well filled, tasty. I don't know which variety of zucchini it is, but it's a bit sweet. The zucchini melts in your mouth. And this third one is with potato. Also nice and tasty, but if I had to choose one of these three, definitely the zucchini one. But Mantije are a special thing, so I'd most gladly go back to them. After this you can only sleep. What can I say? Mantije are... Well, I thought that I knew what Mantije tastes like, but once I tried these, I realized everything I had tried before in some other cities had nothing to do with Mantije. This is perfection. I'm so thrilled and I simply didn't expect this. Generally, so far this dish has surprised me the most. I mean, the taste is truly incredible. As for the place itself, I already said, a long tradition, about 20 years. They've won various awards, the place is small, it's crowded all the time, people are coming in and out, and everyone wants Mantije, Mantije, Mantije. So I don't know how these people even managed to make all that, and how they even know who ordered what, who paid, who didn't. Total madness. We are continuing our search for good food, and our next location is the Roštilj Caca in Mervana. Besides the grill they also have Mantije. They look and smell good, topped with homemade yogurt. I think it's homemade, I'm not sure, but let's try them. They are not bad. Unlike the previous ones, these are a bit drier, and I think the previous ones were juicier than these. And you can taste the onion inside a bit less. But all in all, they aren't bad. Here we are at the next location. This is the restaurant Agušević. They have Mantije, cevapi and all sorts of different things. So let's check it out and see what their specialties are like, and I hope we'll enjoy them. Here are the Mantije, so let's see if it was worth coming here. The Mantije are delicious, slightly sweet, the meat is good, nice, tasty, you can taste a bit of onion. They are really soft, the topping or rather this yogurt makes them even juicier, truly. Still, I think the Mantije we ate at the restaurant Sve pod Sač were a little better. And it's logical, they won numerous awards and recognitions. So then again, we can't expect everything to be the best. But that's a very small difference. I think the difference is in the amount of onion and maybe some ingredient or spice in the meat itself. As for the dough, they are more or less the same. The third place where we'll try Mantije is Mama Mantia. I heard they have different versions, so let's check that out. Now, Mantije usually come with meat, however they have versions with cheese, meat and also a spicy version. So I took a little bit of everything. Let's try this classic one with meat first. Average. Generally they are quite dry on the outside, crunchy, but on the inside they are soft. The meat is okay, but it's missing some spice or aroma. They aren't as sweet as some others we tried. So these are average. These are the spicy ones. The spicy ones aren't bad, they aren't too spicy, just a bit. So whoever likes spicy food will find them quite okay, but they are also dry. And finally we have these with cheese. They are okay, the cheese is good, but for my taste they are generally dry. Well, if Debeli Sremac didn't find Mantije with cheese, I did. This is the restaurant Doha. I'm not quite sure what they have on the menu. I saw they have good reviews, many ratings, so let's explore their menu a bit. At first glance, the restaurant is very nice. It's big, quite big actually. We are waiting for the food and for a drink, for a little refreshment. I took, this isn't raspberry lemonade, but pure raspberry juice. It's very nice. You can see by the color itself how vibrant it is. It's very refreshing. Anyway, now we are waiting for the food. Well, what can I say? First of all, very nicely served. We took 5 cevapi and kajmak. Cevapi are sold by the piece. Let's start with the kajmak. The kajmak is nice, salty and tasty. But the main reason we are here is the cevapi. Let me try just a cevap without kajmak. The cevapi are good. This one here is seared a bit more on this side. These are also juicy and tasty, just like at the previous locations we visited. Maybe they are a bit saltier than others, but definitely tasty. Of course, the presentation and vibe are a bit different because this is a restaurant, not a grill shop. We got fries as a side. The fries are perfectly fine. Not much else to say about it. And this should be Ivar. The Ivar isn't spicy and it's good. Now here is the pogača too. It's warm. It's not scalding hot. Just right, it can be eaten immediately. It's really great. We didn't order the salad, but we got it anyway. I don't know if it's a mistake or a misunderstanding with the waiter, we'll see. But as far as this goes, definitely kajmak, cevapi, ajvar, and mixing it all together like this, excellent. Some might say I'm mixing the wrong things, but I adore eating salmon. On the other hand, this is a place for cevapi, so we somehow combined the two. Very nicely presented. The potatoes are prepared differently, so naturally the taste is different. This one is a bit drier. Rice, lemon, maybe someone might judge me for this, but I like eating with hands, and until I get my fingers messy, it just doesn't feel right. By the way, I asked for the salmon to be cooked a bit more. Tasty and well prepared. The food was great. What I liked the most was the cevapi, they were really good. The kajmak was excellent. The malinada or raspberry juice was great. The pogača was warm, soft and also excellent. That's what I liked the most, and here is another interesting thing. Besides the napkin, you get a wet wipe with your cutlery, which is something we haven't had the chance to see in the restaurants we visited so far. At least here in the province and these smaller locations. And now let's try some sweets. Behind me is the pastry shop Solun, so let's see what they have sweet for us here. Me and cakes. To start with, this is boza. They say it's sweet, some kind of flour, I'm not quite sure, but let's try it. I haven't had the chance to try this before. It's a little bit tart, quite sweet, even though there's no milk, it somehow tastes milky in a way, but very strange. I haven't had the chance to try something like this. A truly strange taste. It reminds me of sour milk, but then again, the taste is somewhere in between. As for the cakes, we have trileće and šampita. Let's start with the best one. Many say that trileće is the most delicious cake. It's a very sweet and, well, I can say creamy cake. Here we have this sponge that is soaked in milk, so it becomes very sweet and soft, and this glaze on top. Let's try the krempita as well. This is also a creamy cake, where this yellow part literally melts in your mouth. Up here we have something like whipped cream and finally a chocolate topping. Look at how it moves. It's like some kind of jelly, but it melts and it's really spongy. Now I'm going to slowly finish these two cakes, drink my beverage and then we'll move on. Next destination, restaurant Avlija. We are going into the unknown, so let's see what awaits us here. At first glance the restaurant looks very nice. It's in a traditional style. The prices seem okay so far, based on what I saw in the menu, and what we got here is a malinada. I've already had the chance to try it, however this one is mixed a bit differently. As you can see, they poured raspberry juice at the bottom and classic lemonade on top. I need a straw to stir it. Cheers! This one is really strong, meaning it's quite sour. The one I tried previously was very sweet, sweetened a lot, while this one is much more sour. Therefore, it's also more refreshing. We are starting breakfast with uštipci. Warm, soft, tasty. Sides, we have cheese too. In this bowl we have chocolate cream. Now I won't spoil the rest of my meal with sweets, but anyway we have that too. And the uštipci are truly delicious. I mean, they are soft. I could eat just these. Here we have a so-called combination of barosha with kajmak. It looks very nice. And a glass of yogurt is what goes with it. So let's try it. This is good. Sweetish, but on the other hand salty. It melts in your mouth. It's soft. It's very nice and completely different compared to the kačamak we ate in the eastern part of Serbia. So it's probably prepared differently as well, but what I want to say is that the taste is different and it's buckwheat flour, so it's a bit firmer. The texture reminds me a little bit of puff pastry. That's why we came to this restaurant, because they have some traditional food, like this dish, for example. Next we are eating a stuffed pljeskavica filled with sujuk, Trappist cheese and prosciutto. It looks good. To be fair, a piece broke off here, but it doesn't matter. That won't affect the taste in any way. It smells lovely. It's wonderful. We also have pogača, or rather lepinjas, which are warm and soft. The pljeskavica is juicy. It melts in your mouth. The Trappist cheese filling is excellent. Seriously, this is the perfect combination of flavors. Juicy, sweetish, salty. And finally, the cake. This is kadayif. The part on top is extremely crunchy. And underneath there is something milky. Now we'll see what this marvel tastes like. They say this is a slightly modified version of this cake, done in their own way. It's milky, creamy, sweet, slightly airy, if I can put it that way. Basically you mix it all up like this, the crunchy part and the milky part, and then you eat it like that. It's like a kind of a milk pudding. It's not too sweet, so it's not one of those extremely sweet cakes, and it's more refreshing, which is good for this summer heat. Otherwise, the restaurant itself is, let's say, a bit hidden here, but it's right next to the main street, and as you can see, it's a pleasant atmosphere. And the ratio of price, quality and quantity of food completely surprised me. So I can freely say that this is one of the most affordable locations we visited in Novi Pazar. On the outskirts of the city, we found this cake shop Istanbul Lokum. So let's try some of these very interesting sweets. I chose several different cakes. We have some sultan rolls, or whatever they are called. We have a baklava underneath, and we have ratluk too. Let's try the ratluk first. This is a white one. I think this is chocolate and pistachio. Some are with rose petals, some with banana. It's like I'm in Turkey. There are also some like this. We also have baklava with raspberry. I haven't had the chance to try it with raspberry until now. I always complain that baklavas are too sweet, full of sugar, but honestly this raspberry one is quite differently. Juicy, it has a tart note, so it's not too sweet, it's perfect for me. After this, my blood sugar is going to be 200. This one is, I'm not sure if it's cocoa or coffee. I really can't eat anymore. It's too much. But anyway, the location is here. There are many cakes. This was perfect. Behind me is the cafe restaurant Plava Laguna. I choose the locations myself. I scroll through Google Maps a bit, look at reviews, check out pictures and ratings, and then I choose what I think is good. So now this is the next one. Let's go. I sat outside here by the river. The waiter noticed us after about 6-7 minutes. Currently there is absolutely no one out here but us. By the way, a few days ago we ate there at Roštilj Caca. Here we took crab sticks, some fries and something else. I'll start with the fries first. Well, the fries are classic. A bit hard for my taste. Both on the outside and inside. Maybe if they were fried a bit less. This looks nice. These are crab sticks. Well, they are okay. An average taste, nothing that special. They are not bad, but they don't have a distinct aroma. This one isn't even fully breaded. The others are. They are relatively dry, soft, and don't have a pronounced aroma. The next dish is grilled veal. We have veal, fries, kaymak, cabbage, tomatoes, cucumber and carrots, so various colors on the plate. I'll start with kaymak since that's usually where... The kaymak is okay, quite salty, very salty. Fries, we already know what they are like. Same as before, and now of course the main thing. It's so-so, okay, it's soft, relatively juicy, but not too much. However, something is missing. Some aroma, some marinade, a topping, something. Somehow the taste of the meat is somehow too plain. Something needs to be added for it to be much better. But like this, it's not bad. Soft, juicy, nicely cut pieces. The meat was, let's say, without any particular aroma or taste. The fries were too dry. The kaymak was too salty. So basically the bread, I mean pogača, was good. Since we were at Caca the other day, you have to understand that we are right next to the road here, so dust is constantly blowing in. However, at Caca it was really clean, but when we arrived here the tables were, let's say, a bit dusty. They need to be wiped a bit more often. All in all, honestly, I'm not that satisfied, but yeah, it is what it is. Not every place can be that good. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. If you have, leave a like, subscribe, and you can also watch the other video where I explored the whole city and surrounding area.